We're at the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2025, and with us is somebody that has already been to the Eurovision Song Contest. The smile is fantastic. It's Kurt Calleja, 2012 to 2025. Nice to see you again.
Thank you very much. It's been 13 years and it's so great to be back.
13 years, wow, I can't believe it. Time has flown so fast. This is the night, was the song back then. Now you're singing Aziz.
Yes.
So what does Aziz mean?
So in Maltese, Aziz means dear one. So Aziz is dear one for masculine and Aziza is for feminine. And there is the slash in between because it's directed for both. So it could be Aziz or Aziza So it's like it's for everyone, you know, for whatever you identify with. It talks about two people who have a magnetic pull towards each other, and however their life circumstances are not the most ideal for them to be together, but their pull is so strong that even for just one night they want to be together, you know, and then whatever happens after is all a bonus.
Wow. Now you're back in the competition. What triggered you to do this year?
To be fair, it's every year, ever since this is the night, I had the temptation to return. The experience and the Eurovision fans are so amazing. And it's a huge platform. It's an opportunity to release new music and to also be, you know, connected with a larger audience. So every year we thought about doing it, but we didn't have that song that spoke to us. You know what, this could be a good contender for the stage. And when we finished Aziza, myself, my brother Kevin, and Edward, who is my producer, we said, you know what, this might actually work for the Eurovision stage, you know? And, you know, it's like I'm getting older, like I'm 35, will be 36 in May. I believe that now is a good time. If ever I wanted to return to Eurovision, this is the right time. And so we took the plunge and here we are.
Wow, it's amazing. Last time you had Swedish involvement in the song. This time?
All Maltese.
All Maltese.
All Maltese.
Pure Maltese.
Pure
Fantastic.
Maltese.
Wow.
In fact, Aziza is a word in Maltese. I wrote it in a, you know, like the phonetics, you know, the English phonetic, just so that it's easier for people to read and to you know, like say, hey Siri, play Aziza, you know, but yeah, Aziza is a very important word for us. Like even when someone addresses you as Aziz or Aziza, it means you're very dear to that person. So that's why I called it that way.
Wow. And it's fully Maltese?
The song is in English.
In English, okay.
The song is in English, but Aziza, and there's a word called Habiba and Ileila, they are all three words in Maltese. Aziza means dear one, Habib or Habiba is friend, and Ileila, tonight.
Ah, nice, fantastic. It's good to have you back. You also won Musica 2012. No, 2022. 10 years after you won. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was like a funny stretch of things, because 2011, Glenn won the national final. 10 years on, he wins Musica.
Exactly.
And then it was you, 2012 and 2022.
And then Gianluca Bazzina.
Exactly. So
won 13 and 23. Wow. Yes, Musica was and still is a very important chapter in my life. It was right after COVID, and you know, like that chapter was very difficult for a lot of artists. And with my song Blatarf, which I won Musica, it helped me get back into the business and back on big stages. In the last couple of years, I've opened for Sam Ryder, I opened for Hathaway, I opened for Anastasia. You know, like it's been a good comeback, you know, like since then. And obviously Aziza will help me continue stretching out with this, stretching out the network and the fan base.
Well, certainly Eurovision does that. It gives you a big platform to go around the world, basically. That's amazing. Last time we met, I think we met downtown in Valletta at the waterfront.
Yes.
You own a restaurant there. Is that still yours?
I didn't own a restaurant. I was one of the partners. I was one of the creative and management directors in the restaurant. Sadly, it's no longer in our control. But there were a lot of dear memories when we were there. We used to have a great musical program. We gave a lot of platforms to new singers and to singers who were more established whilst we were there, and it was a great adventure during the 2 years. But sadly, it's not there anymore. I had to focus more on the music.
You're still doing photovoltaic? I think that was what you did like some years ago, 13 years ago. But
yeah, I mean, up until a few months ago, I was still involved. I had to make a really, really tough decision because I couldn't keep up with the music and the full-time requirement. So now I'm full-time on music, you know, writing, producing. I had a concert last December that was a tribute to Sinatra, Dean Martin, Michael Bublé and all that, with a huge orchestra. You know, like we have a songwriting booth and, you know, the studio. So always keeping busy and making sure to keep music alive.
You're the most experienced man in this competition, I think, besides of Fabrizio.
Well, in the competition, this will be my fourth time in Eurovision competing. You know, when 2012, 11, and 10 were my first 3 times, and this will be my fourth time. Yeah, I mean, it's great to be on stage. It's great to be performing here, and I look forward to tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll make it to the final.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Well, you never know how it goes, but so the most important thing is that we have fun on stage and that the audience enjoys the songs and welcomes it into their playlist.
Wow,
you know?
wow, super. Now, you took part at Eurovision in 2012 and
Yes.
followed it over the years. So do you think Eurovision is going the right way with the kind of music that's being offered now to the audience?
So yeah, like anything that's great, it evolves by time, you know? So Eurovision 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, it always changes. When I did Eurovision, the BlackBerry was the phone to have. So social media was good, but it wasn't like as strong as this today. Today, social media plays a huge part in any musician's life, not just Eurovision, but in any artist who wants to release music and stuff like that. So on that aspect alone, it has changed a lot. The audience has grown. It's not just Europe and maybe Australia, but there's also like South America, I believe, and there. I mean, during these 13 years, even people from Malaysia messaged me that they watched Eurovision and they remember me from Eurovision, and I don't know. So yeah. So the audience has grown. It's become more you know, there's a wider spectrum of people who follow Eurovision, and that's a good sign, because every year there are 42 entries or 40 entries, and there's a song for everyone in the competition. And for me, I love that Eurovision is a competition, and obviously someone has to win. But the most important thing for me is that when you're on stage, you entertain people, they have fun, they enjoy what you are, you know, delivering. Maybe they can resonate with the message of the song, and you know, play it. And every time they play it, like, I don't know, for example, my friends and I grew up watching, you know, the Eurovision of Helena Paparizou and Sakis Ruvas and all that. Yeah. So when we are at a party and we play some of these songs like "You're My Lover," like, or "Wild Dances" and all that, you know, these songs bring back a lot of beautiful memories for us when we were kids and teenagers, you know, growing up watching Eurovision. So hopefully you get to have that moment where 5-10 years down the line, someone plays a song that you've written and they're still enjoying it as though it's the first day when it was released, you know.
You mentioned songwriting camp or songwriting booth. Are you then the teacher of other people, of other young talents that want to become musicians?
I wouldn't say I'm a teacher, no. I'm a performer and entertainer, and I write songs mainly for myself and obviously for the band that I have and all that. But there are moments where someone is writing a song and they ask me to listen to it and maybe give my 2 cents, my tweaks, or what I would do, and just ask for some advice. Sometimes I'm sitting down and writing with someone else, but it's not a structured thing. My friend owns a studio, and obviously we use that studio to write for us, to propose, you know, material for other artists abroad, hopefully to get some material on movies or teleseries and stuff like that. So that is the, you know, the goal. That is the road we're taking now.
You've got a long way there. Fantastic. That's really, really nice to hear that. Kurt, thank you very much for talking to us again. You're part of the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2025 with the song Aziz.
Yes.
And do you have a message for your fans?
Of course. So all the Eurovision fans, over the years, these past 13 years, you have been absolutely amazing. And it's so great to be back on the Eurovision platform again. I really do hope that you love the song and that you get to play it and enjoy it. And I really, really hope we get the opportunity to perform at a show where you can attend. So much love from Malta. This is Kurt Calleja. Love you.